You see, Akhi, no one hates Egypt. No one has a problem with Egypt. There is no African country or no African man that I have met or known that has a problem with Egypt or hates Egyptians. It does not exist right here in the African continent. The situation that we are seeing because of the privilege to have the internet right now is what is bringing this bigger question in our head, if truly you are African or not. Because we are saying the way you treat blacks in your country, the way you are maligning these black people in your country, the racism in the country, that is why we are concerned. You see, we are concerned because we see the way Sudan is split from Egypt. That is why we are concerned. We are reading all of these historic books. Akhi, we don't see you as a threat. We don't see you as an enemy. We see you as a brother. We want to know why Egypt is not reaching out to other African countries. You see, Akhi, Egyptians can go to other black African countries and thrive. But black Africans cannot go to Egypt and thrive. I am asking you, Akhi, where is the watery ground for us? Where is the fertile land for black people like me to thrive in Egypt? Who is feeding you all of this hate narrative? Akhi, see, we know that the Arabs came into Africa through Egypt. We know that you were the doors for our colonizers. We know you were the doors for slavery. Akhi, we know all these things, but still we don't hate Egypt. Akhi, we know that you have robbed other African countries. We know all of this, but we are not hating you. Because we were not taught all those things growing up. We were not taught the negative side. Akhi, you see, we know that you don't look like the ancestors who lived in Egypt. We know that. And we know that you are whitewashing Egypt. Sadat was assassinated. Sadat was a black president in Egypt. Is that you don't like the black skin. Akhi, we know that Egypt was suspended from the African Union. Akhi, we know that you don't accept to be African. You don't want to align with the black people, but you choose the Arabs. It is okay. We don't have a problem with that. Akhi, we know you don't like us. It is you who don't like us because we are not feeling your energy right here in Africa. Akhi, we know that you have a thriving economy, but still you are not making your presence felt in other black African countries. We can see Nigeria, we can report about Nigerian activity. Akhi, but we don't see you. That is the problem. That is what I'm saying. Nobody hates you, but it is you who is hating. Akhi, look up here, you would see report and even news protest about the way you treat black Africans.
If you are a black person living in Egypt, which is not a white country, you still would suffer because of your color.
Akhi, look up here, you would see the cries of black Africans in your country. Who is hating who? We don't hate you. The problem is that, Akhi, you have a problem with our skin. Akhi, we are seeing the distinction in Egypt. Akhi, we are saying that black people are disappearing in Egypt. We know all of these things. Akhi, no one is hating you. How can we hate our own kind? But you are making us know that you are not African. You always mention Arab. Akhi, Arabs are in Asia. You cannot be in Africa and disconnecting yourself with the black people. Akhi, we are saying all these things. We are not stupid. Our government will not teach us because they want to present you in a positive light. But now the internet is showing us how the black Egyptians are suffering. Akhi, the internet is proving to us how the Sudanese are suffering. We know that you invaded Sudan, Akhi. We know that Sudan had to fight for their independence from you. Akhi, if you were nice to Sudan, Sudan would not fight for their independence. Akhi, we know that your emperor was only trying to use the black people as soldiers. We go to Egypt and we can see it. We can testify for our own selves. Akhi, we have black Egyptians everywhere, and they can also tell their stories. What I am saying is, it is not good. It is high time that you address these issues, and we will see where we are going. You are the one teaching your children that other Africans hate you. I don't see any African, black African, who is teaching their children hate for Egypt.